Welcome to part 3 of project 2D. Start with making a new sheet and insert it right between online in-store sales. Okay. And what I want you to do is rename the sheet. So you can either right click and rename, or you can kind of click on it lightly and it might let you change it that way. If not, just right click and go to rename and call it summary. And then change the tab color of this too. So you have to hit enter and then change the tab color. Select columns A through E and make them all 110 pixels. In cell A1, type sales of rose plants and rose supplies. Press enter on the formula bar and then merge and center it over E. Make it any color you like and apply the title style. In cell A2, type week of May 24. Enter on the formula bar, merge and center it, change the color, and make it the heading 1 style. Leave row 3 blank. In B4, type roses/rose supplies. Press tab. In C4, type rose sales. And in D4, type rose supply sales. In E4, type total sales. Select B4 through E4, make it heading 3, center align, middle align, and wrap text. In A5, type online sales, and in A6, type in-store sales. So what we're doing here is we're creating a summary of what we've discovered in our in-store and online sales. All right, so go to cell C5, and we're going to online sales, and we want the rose sales from this. So type equals, not minus, but equals. Go to your online sales tab. We're looking for the rose sales. So make sure that when you're in here, you find cell E12, because that's the total rose sales. Click on it and then press enter. That information goes here. The exact same thing, but with in-store sales. So do equals, go to in-store, and click on E12 and press enter. So if you look, it does that where it puts it in, not quotes, but in apostrophes, I guess, and with an exclamation point at the end. So that just means that you got it from a different sheet. And then go into D5, type equals, go to your online sales with the rose supply sales, so go to the total and press enter. Do the same thing for in-store sales, type equals, and go to the in-store sales sheet and go into F12 and then press enter. In A7, type total, and then select from C5 through D7 and click auto sum. So it adds all of our rose supplies together and all of our rose sales together. We also want to know our total sales for online and in-store, so click auto sum, press enter up on the formula bar, and then use the fill handle to drag your formula down. So far we made $100,000 total. So make sure you take a look at right here. So it says 43,877. So I want to show you how Excel is a living document. So that's why all these formulas are actually important instead of just typing in numbers. So go to your in-store sales. And in B8, I want you to change this number to 141088. So maybe someone had entered it in incorrectly. You'll notice that you just saw a little shift. The total over here shifted, the total down here shifted, and this total number right here shifted. And on our summary sheet, this number and this number even changed. So with Excel, all these formulas relate back to not just what the number entered was, but any changes made in the future. That's why the formulas are really important to use in Excel. So now what we're going to do is we're going to visually compare our Rose sales to our Rose Supply sales. Like, we want to just look at it and know which one did better. So I want you to click in cell B5, and on the insert, we're then go ahead and go to where it says Spark Lines in the Spark Lines group. So in the Create Spark Lines group, I want you to click Column. And for the data range, get your range finder. And we're going to go from C5 to D5, not all the way to total. So just make sure you're looking at those two items. So whenever you're doing a visual comparison, you really don't want the totals. So then click OK. And then you can change the style to whatever color you like. And then we're going to use the fill handle to drag the spark lines down again. So you can even change, but the problem is now that they're connected, you change them to whatever color they are. And they're both going to be the same color no matter what. Now, if instead of using the fill handle, you go to clear, you went back to insert, spark lines, column, and you got the range, you can make them whatever color you want now. So if you use the fill handle to drag it down, you're stuck with the same one, but if you insert them 2 different times, you can change both their colors, which is a little bit more visually appealing. Most companies are really more interested in the big picture than with all of the little details of day-to-day. So this summary is going to be more important to a lot of companies than having the whole in-store or online. So we want to drag the summary report to the front. So click and hold on summary until you see that little black arrow right there, and then drag till the arrow is the very front. And now your summary sheet is the first sheet. Right, so go ahead and click Save. Group your sheets, and then I want you to insert your footer with the file name on one sheet. So insert header and footer, go to footer, and click file name, and click somewhere else, and then hit your normal view button, and make sure you do Control Home, then click Save. All right, it should still say group here, so go to File and go to Print, and if you scroll through all of your sheets, it should have a footer on each one, but we forgot to do something, so make sure that you go to Page Layout, Margins, Custom Margins, and Center Horizontally, and click OK. And then just double check that it did for all of them. It's a lovely thing about grouping sheets, you have to do it once. Click Save and go ahead and submit this to Moodle. You are now free to work on projects 2E and 2F.